What you sippin' on that got you talking crazy? Looking at me sideways, always coming at me, baby. Why you acting hard when you just a baby? Boy, I keep it real with you, but you're trying to play me. Have you lost your mind? Open up your eyes. You must have confused me with someone else. You must have confused me with someone else. There ain't no excuses, babe, someone else. Your mama raised you better than that. What you sippin' on that got you talking crazy? Looking at me sideways, always coming at me. Why you acting like you never meant me? I don't disrespect you, don't you disrespect me. Have you lost your mind? Open up your eyes. You must have confused me with someone else. You must have confused me with someone else. There ain't no excuses, babe, someone else. Your mama raised you better than that. 'Cause your mama raised you better than that. 'Cause your mama raised you better than that. Have you lost your mind? Open up your eyes. Oh, you must have confused me with someone else. Guys, can you just let me actually do what I need to do here? Someone else. There ain't no excuses, babe, someone else. Your mama raised you better than that. Huh, how she raised you? You must have confused me with your mama raised you better than that. Alright, I think I know there's more one way to make it work. There ain't no excuses, babe, 'cause your mama raised you better than that. Yep, she sure did. Alrighty, folks. Time to do another one real quick. Very good. Gotta raise a little hell. Young blood run like a river. Young blood never get chained. Young blood heaven need a sinner. You can't raise hell with a sage. Young blood came to start a riot. Don't care what your old man say. Young blood heaven hate a sinner. But we're gonna raise hell anyway. Raise hell. Yeah, raise hell. Somebody gotta raise a little hell. Maybe drop them bones. Baby, sell that soul. Baby, fare thee well. Somebody gotta raise a little hell. Oh my, oh hell yeah. Somebody gotta raise a little hell. Oh my, oh hell yeah. Somebody gotta raise a little hell. Young blood stand in the door ever, no need for a queen affair. Young blood gotta pull the trigger when the whole world running scared. Raise hell, baby, drop them bones. Baby, sell that soul. Baby, fare thee well. Somebody gotta raise a little hell. Oh my, oh hell yeah. Somebody gotta raise a little hell. My, oh hell yeah. Somebody gotta raise a little hell. Baby, drop them bones. Raise hell, baby, sell that soul. Raise hell, baby, there fare thee well. Somebody gotta raise a little hell. My, oh hell yeah. Somebody gotta raise a little hell. Oh my, oh hell yeah. Somebody gotta raise a little hell. Raise hell. Somebody gotta raise a little hell. All right. I think we may be about ready for this. Obviously, we're looking at a couple of these things here, and I guess none of that really matters. What matters, however, is we're back with yet another maybe short banger of a stream here, but I want to shout out a few people who has followed us since the last stream. Starting with Ms. Radcore. I rated her when I did the Colonel Sanders game, and that was a lot of fun. Very nice community there. Definitely give her a follow if you haven't done so already. All right, she is apparently playing Palia, so that's definitely something. Also, we got raids from. Also, we got follows from Pretty USA 1268 and Starseed Soul. So definitely, thank you every one of you for this, and we're getting a little bit closer to maybe hitting that. Hitting that 290, and apparently we now got a subscore of 10. We'll see how that goes, but we might be doing a little something next weekend, so you may want to check that one out. It may be a longer stream, but we'll got at least one, maybe two new games for this, so definitely be sure to watch that one here. Anyway, where the heck was I? Oh yes, we're getting ready to play this again here. We started this last Wednesday. We made it to like level 6 or 7. Pause. Okay, give me a second while we do this. All right. Oh, we're back. I mean, let's be honest. This is one of the wildest games I have played, ever. Obviously, we're going to continue this because we are like a few short chapters away from finishing this. And I'm not sure what to do after that, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Before you bake and relax, the cafeteria lights dim. Oh, we beat this level already, I thought. Sedge. Yep, that part's right. We're going to try to shrink us a little bit. I said shrink. So I gotta go through this whole 6th level again. Okay, fine, guys. Yeah, they want to... Today's lunch we prepared via time competitive cook-off. Level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. You're unlike the game with the gorilla. Gowiga. If you know, you know. A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I got to wipe the tables with you fools before you set my lunch down on it, then so be it. I'm not the fool. You're the fool. Fool. Good one, Van Van. I like your gumption tickets. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Also, can we turn down the volume a bit here? Hey, just a bit. Okay, that works. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sportsing court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. The timer! Just then, a huge light flashed you in the face, flashing the words, "Timer ready." And what kind of cooking school are we in now? Is this the one where Gordon Ramsay got his stuff? Because that might explain his aversion for anything without lamb sauce. That's what I'm talking about. Aroo! I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's the original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory. Yeah, you could say that. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure. And now is my chance to shine. Lady, who are you fooling? will defeat you myself. Oh, it's on. That music's changed. What's wrong with being confident? You had his chicken and you've made mashed potatoes and gravy in day one, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. Randomly? No! Okay. What temperature boils at 100%? It's 100 Celsius. That's right, but how would you even gone to this school without knowing that? Apparently nobody in here has ever heard of a thing called Google. Winter gets rubbed by furry belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you. Not are you the bestest dog, you're also the floofiest dog. Yeah. You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. It's got 11 spices. You may not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. I'm pretty sure salt and pepper are 2 of them. Tail wagging intensifies. Now that you got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What say of mine offers the most flavor? Gratitude. That's right, you must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. But you better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate his advice and draw energy from that place. A small town where big dreams are born. That's right, this is your shot and you're not gonna miss it. Alright, gotta keep track. 209, gotcha. Aroo! You try to shout the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What's the sound of success? It is silence. That's right, when they taste your cooking, they'll be so taken with it that they'll be unable to speak. You know, it's Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, tickets. Actually, you know what? I think that was a good time to do a commercial break right before we do anything else. That way, we don't miss anything. And don't worry, I will keep this screen going. Now, if you've been watching this stream, you understand we've already beaten this level 6. We're supposed to be on level 7 right now, but it wouldn't let me. Not to worry, though, because it's not that long. And we're almost at the point where the madness begins. Not sure what the heck we're going to do after this. Could be a lot of things. But I should warn you right now, I'm probably going to be doing something next Saturday as a celebration and as hopefully a turn of events into 2024. Today is my birthday, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. And I am going to be doing a special stream on the 9th. Lock it in. Longer stream, maybe some new games. What kind of games? We might be doing a little Jackbox to start with, but we'll probably and with at least one, maybe two new games. So that should be exciting. Anyway, we do have merch as well. Welcome back, everybody. Now I know you're looking forward to this part again. Let's get it. He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you're doing. Now I can think about it as Colonel Sanders. Let's not forget the horse kicked you in the head when you did that. That was painful. How many spoonfuls of gravy? What were you thinking? Get your mind back into competition. Grrr. Your strand is only one dessert cookbook. Which do you take? What a hunk! You know, that'd be the time to point out that this was created by the help of KFC. I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. Sorry, I forgot the question. What does it have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? Woof woof. You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun pointing elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up your time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Yeah, something tells me that was a mistake. Yikes. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. Should we leave the two of you alone in a room for a few seconds? Because I feel like we need to. You might not have any hands, but ticket status, and a good chef needs to be touching a dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. How philosophical of you, Colonel. How philosophical of you. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand in the mixer to rescue your dough before it's overmixed. Tickets, no! That'd be the sort of thing I'd do, to be honest with you. But you're not fast enough and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. It's all fun and games till a mixer puts your hand out. What you often find is the easy way can turn out much more difficult. And why do I have a feeling that you need to be solving mysteries involving murdered people? Am I the only one that listens to him and everything and thinks, oh, Benoit Blanc, nice to meet you. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. This battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply cannot go on. Aw, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, no. It would be fair to compare the two on account of Ticket's injury. You see, Sprinkles begins to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. Nobody's buying this, right? Nobody's buying this. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Tickets to do the honor, but because you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Lady, please, you were never going to ask me to do that in the first place. I know how rivalries work. You were never going to ask me. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dough, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette. On top, a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry jelly. So fried cheese on top of a waffle with ice cream and blueberries? That doesn't sound all that appetizing, to be honest with you. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger into chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you! Hee hee hee! As he places a sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. We internalize that rage. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash. And they fall off your face, which means people have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester. Perhaps forever? Keep in mind, the semester is a whopping 3 days. So, 24 hours? Anyway. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow. Is it crispier than his chicken? That's the real question we want to know right now. You run to the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. And we're back in Paris, France. Apparently. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. Looks like for once you might need that pep talk you keep giving your bestest friend. You might need it this time. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure's a part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? Don't make me answer that question. This is like the second or third time our town's gotten a KFC since I've been here in 10 years. So yeah, you failed a bit. That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school. Incredibly handsome. Successful. Motivated. And aren't you laying this on a bit thick right now, KFC? Well, handsome, sure. I was born this way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. Could you imagine Colonel Sanders doing crispy fried babies? No. 11 herbs and spices would do absolutely no good delivering kids. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. Objection! Sean. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. Really? I lost my business partner to a gunfight. And I lost my innocence when I picked up a firearm and put a bullet in my rival. He survived, for a while anyhow. Oh, this just went dark on me, didn't it? Did it? Am I the only one that thinks this just took a dark turn all of a sudden? Not just me, right? I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I got all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that an humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Including killing a man? Yay! And he's back. Well, my day just took a nosedive from bad to epic fail. Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle's card for the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's the Spork Monster. Borko? It is. I know that I said I wouldn't be back, and after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just wanted to say that I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know what it's like to always have to look over your shoulder. Now it's got all the views, too. Monster problems, am I right? I don't think any of us would know since none of us are monsters outside of you. Just saying. Oh, thanks, Sporko. I'm glad there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode. It was literally the last round. I was defending the entire time. Thank you. Don't lie. Don't lie. I know you're strong, and cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't always a spork monster, you see. I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, no, I was a golden retriever, but I was still a student until one day some mean kids with a magic spell book cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed. A magic spell book. Precisely, I'd procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way I lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. I think that's the least we could do after what happened to you, Borgo, am I right? You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those that would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear. I will be there. It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Tickets together, I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. Really? After all that, you want me to discuss things with you? Oh, absolutely. A personal invite. You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. Aw, you like basketball at some point too, apparently. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. What are you, Walt Disney now? Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps? You're not talking about food anymore, are you? Now that you got him right where you want him, should you reveal your new creation to him or keep it a secret just for you? Reveal it, my friend. Reveal it. You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. This stream is more or less sponsored by KFC. I apologize. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux hideaway. Magnificent. Together you chow down on a creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. You know, all this talking and cooking has worn you out. So you needed coleslaw to eat. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. He could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental type of guy. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You'll realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. We get invited to Colonel Sanders' place and now we're playing detective. Wrong priority, game. Wrong priority. Around the room are various objects. You can look closer at each item. It seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap an item to discover more about the Colonel. An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor from the goatee and the mustache combo he sports. You realize this must be Colonel Sanders himself. That, or maybe it's a drumstick he seems to be waving like a rattle. Who frames the baby picture just themselves? Probably the same type of person makes their own face the logo of the company they founded. Am I right? So we're breaking the fourth wall now, game? We're breaking the fourth wall? Really? This is the time to do it? Okay. Tap and I am discovering more about the Colonel. This must be where he keeps his secret recipe. You think for a moment, what number is important to Colonel Sanders? And it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial to 111111, the safe opens. Inside it, you find a single note. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? Tap on item to discover more about the Colonel. You take a closer look at a large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lies the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." Poor guy. Tap on item to discover more about the Colonel. The photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt? Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices? Where the framed photo shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders staying with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing him. Like closely, see there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. A scented candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in a lake? Summer 69? No, it's one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's redacted. Oh, come on! First you wanted to give us the name of the kid, and now you're trying to hold back on the things. Gotcha. A lock of silver hairs woven through the teeth of a comb. Upon further inspection, you realize the hair therein isn't just silvery in color, it's actually made of spun silver. Alright, you must be next. You know, it's a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on a corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real. Taxidermy? It must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. Little note, clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." True game, true. He gazed out the window across the vast lake and mountain range beyond. Just then the ghost of student pops up. Are you thinking about hanging the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I can just tell you my name right now. It's... Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open a little crack and the ghost of student is swept out with a breeze. Seriously, game? Seriously? I guess we're never going to find out what that kid's name is. More about the Colonel. I think we've looked at everything. It's time to look at this. You open the door of Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one of its hangers and try it on. The jacket's a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in assent. They say home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish he's been working on. He wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket. I usually don't loan these out, but I must say it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket. You forgot to take it off. Time to fess up, man. You confess. I think I've developed feelings for you. I might be developing feelings for you too. But I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, tickets? I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late at night and drift off into slumber. Dream sequence. Do I dare? Zzz. Did everyone just simply swim by me while riding on chicken legs? These are the questions I have now. You awake to the beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. Redacted. In some jurisdictions, redacted isn't even legal, but the recipe is a secret. How will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges in the room. He's holding a gorgeous plated breakfast and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. It's a chicken leg and 2 halves of a biscuit. You taste Colonel Sanders' food and takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So would you say we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? You know what, let's flatter him. You know, I think we just might make a great team. A single tear begins to pull at the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner could be talking to you. It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion, confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. You know what? Break time. See you in 90. But let's be honest. We're not just going to take a break. We're going to talk a little bit here, folks. Remember, if you got a sub or a turbo, you don't have to be dealing with these ads. You could actually just be following this channel and have fun. And that'd be a good thing, right? Of course it would. After all, who in the heck would want to watch the stream and not consider a sub or a follow? And remember, Turbo kind of acts as a sub. All you got to do is spend like $10-15 a month and you get all the privileges only without the emotes and stuff. So it's not exactly like a sub, but it's close enough. And I get paid for when you watch my streams through the ad breaks and all that. So, hey, that's a good thing. By the way, again, friendly warning, I'll probably be doing a big subathon Saturday the 9th. It'll probably be a 6 to 8 hour thing, starting in the morning and ending up in the afternoon, evening. It'll be a good time, I think. And I apologize. Welcome back, everybody. I apologize. It looks like we may have completely botched things with the Colonel, even though we may have had a breakthrough with him. There's still one more day after all. Day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Has things taken a sour turn with the food processor? Oh, wrong way. Because I had one heck of a night. Let me guess, the processor wants to marry you. I've been desperate to talk to you about, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. No, not really. It's okay, I was just... But now it turns out you're fine. I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Because such things are really important to me. Sure, but... You would not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. Did the food processor pay for the date? If so, how? I think I can believe that. Since I've been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him you better keep your dough stern and polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. You know, nobody actually presumed that you were. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So he said, yeah, sure. I could get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Oh, dear God. Did we lose another student? Just tell me that didn't happen. Did she say skydiving is as a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker? And no, I'm not even really sure where we stand. Honey, I think he's moving too quick for you. So you need to put the thing on simmer. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house where I spent the night with him. Don't tell me Miriam's going to turn into another Ashley, right? I can't deal with that twist. You what? Nothing happened but the emotional connection. Wowzers. Miriam tells you to move on from this whole Colonel Sanders obsession and focus on school. If being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, you don't want to be right. After a short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways. You know, maybe this is for the best? When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. Yay? You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not grasp that fact. He might not grasp that fact. I guarantee you he doesn't grasp that fact. Come on, get it straight. Lord. Because you know he's Pop. And truer words were never spoken. What's this swirly? It sounds delicious. I can't even. Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Hee Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. I would do this thing, but except to be honest with you, it would be sort of like flying well over his head. Yeah. You can get your swirly dip too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person in this school? There's that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You're fooling nobody. He ain't here right now. You got some nerve, Ticket, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Zoom! Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince in pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up. Ever! Colonel Sanders arrives just as a pair of things are close to blowing over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Why do I have a feeling you don't give the lead character wire hangers? Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Tickets, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yes, sir, I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of word to say it was bland. Excuse me, Tickets. I'm more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you can tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See inside, Tickets. And annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how excited you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, that's that book? It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I mean, to be fair, I think Miriam actually has a point here. I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open to a page cover with arcane warnings, cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page. I could use a spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all my memories. If I scribble out Colonel Sanders, it'd probably help me focus better in the upcoming final exam. That is way drastic. Could you do something else, like anything else not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine, it is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You got memory erasing spells spraying right in front of you and a pretty good excuse to try it out. What would happen if I actually say do it? I would go completely, memory would be completely wiped out, wouldn't it? Let's not do it. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room waiting for the students to arrive. Here clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you that it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. I think he's hungry. You reach in your backpack and grab some homework from last semester you forgot to turn in. Sprinkles immediately goes for it and gobbles the sheet of paper like it's a piece of fresh chicken rawhide. I apologize for the outbursts. I know it seems cliche, but not much of this world satisfies like ungraded work. My mind Tickets, were you studying something with cinnamon? I've been singing on a lecture series around the art of cake baking. How insightful. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Tickets, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see? Before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Always the drama with my best friend, is it not? Always the drama. Sprinkles is interrupted by whirs and sparks coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class. Bzzzt, bzzzt. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger? Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still have to learn to speak Clank's language and mechanical noises. But you can definitely see the tears in his eyes and fear that he might start rusting. Where? But no, you had to show off to your cool kid friends, Jeff and Joan. J&J forever. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Bzzzt, bzzzt. Yeah, well, it doesn't make it a great date. Beep. Whirr. And take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care. Sad beep. Miriam's going to be the person that ends up with multiple cats, isn't she? She's just going to be that chef. Clank begins to shudder. Steams pour out of the gaps of his panels, and a loud ding stops him in his tracks. Beep. Bzzzt. No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank. Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from. What did you do, Clank? What did you do? In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank slowly rose out of the room to be alone with a shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. And I don't think anybody succeeded. Again, where the hell did that shoe come from? Inquiring minds want to know. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. A reminder, a whopping 3 days of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam. But do we get a timer ready? Those are the questions we need to know right now. Because it doesn't count if there is no timer ready thing flashing in front of our faces. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. Before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey, Miriam, are you okay? Okay, I'm so bashed I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. And remember, her thing is she's into miniatures big time. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicate treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke. Even the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm going to say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're going to cruise this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to sail up a Colonel Sanders stallion and ride off in the sunset without me. Well, unfortunately, that's just a fact of life. He's promised to make me a business partner, and unfortunately, don't have that same sort of deal. But don't worry, I will remember you, and I'll put in a good word for you when he starts looking for managers for his franchises. I'm sure we can find something that would work for you. Of course not. Well, maybe sort of, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for the both of us, and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Quank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who settled for the first someone to show low interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet the Professor Dog is going to love it up. While you're pep talking Miriam, you completely miss lunch, but that's okay because you got a better idea how to spend the time before your exam. You decide to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge, a test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. And a chance to beat the pants off of Van Van, the supposed man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. Yas! As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on. Ticket's famous chicken pot pie. A pot pie, you say? Oh, that'll never go well with KFC. That'll never happen. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're quickly able to get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. And those pesky cherry blossoms. Tickets, what are you doing here? There's still time for the final exam. I'll just take it ON. I'm big individualizing success. I'm lucky in my station of picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. I gave you my coleslaw. How dare you? You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. He decides to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Let's fess up about that practice dish. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little more than just visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. You know, that's really impressive. That's a very impressive nose. I'll say that much right now. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. Could he solve what happens to Balbaron, though? That's the real question. You know, I was a pot pie just for the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? Ha ha ha, no. I could smell that it was made from the heaping helping of TOC. Tender loving chicken? But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. It's the best Popeye I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. Yep. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules. That is to accept a cook with everything you got. And here comes that confidence level again. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide the mac and cheese plus the Popeye you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are preparing wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect, his original recipe, fried chicken. Was their trademark really necessary? Really? The intensity room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool, special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders spatters chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash. Stupendo! Objection! Miriam fiercely injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend, Bastard Blaster! Sustained! Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roid. Overruled! Also, he's killed a person. He should be permanently DQ'd. Thank you. Ashley scoops up her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. Why? Even Clank gets in on it. Wait, are there enough stations for this? 5-tel pressure point chicken cooking technique. Whirr! Anyway. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? The better question is, where did he get that shoe from? Did somebody else die in order for that to happen? Seriously. It's a singularity, as was foretold. You know what? I think you're screaming another commercial break. We shall return. See you back in 90. You missed nothing. Because I'm hopping back on. That's right, folks. We're taking yet another commercial break. That way you don't miss a single second of the action. But if you're understand this, you can check out my YouTube video with a vlog and everything. Oh, sorry. Awkward. There we go. That's where I got everything on there. Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, anything. And don't worry, I'm going to take a look at these last couple videos and start to find some things for some of these clips and put them on YouTube Shorts and TikTok. That way you can make sure you stay tuned. And if that isn't enough for you, we always try to get those VODs in within 3 or 4 days. So you can keep up and, oh, okay, so that's what they did. And we'll probably do a shorter highlight video of what happened when we did KFC. I think it'd be hilarious and hysterical, but that's just me, I suppose. Anyway, break's about to be over with, so see you in a bit. Welcome back. You didn't miss anything. We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. Objection! Anyway. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rows him out the back door of the arena. Disqualified! Oh, I'm having way too much fun with this now. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spellbook out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? Let's do things the hard way. The Colonel would want us to do that. Who needs magic when you got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders, see that you've chosen to win on your own terms. He gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I must stay focused. Otherwise, I'll get flustered and break my other hand on the mixer. I believe you knew tickets. Okay, we're good. We're good. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, Tickets, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. And nothing's going to change much in that, but, you know, it's just that my Facebook might get a little bit more interesting. But don't worry, I won't forget you, Miriam. You're not, at least you're not like that one kid that finished in the middle of the class. Nobody knows his own name or anything. Just saying. You turn to notice that Miriam's at your station cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking? Thai food. Short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Awesome. Oh, that's sweet, but... Miriam tossed a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's the secret ingredient. However, she doesn't know what you lied and the ingredient is made up. And where in the world did she get I am nude from? Okay, they must have gotten this from Amazon and Super quick shipping? Ah. The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. It is I, Steve, the spork monster. I thought when we said we would call you that we weren't actually going to call you, right? Steve? Wait a minute. What happened to Porco? You're not here to battle me, are you? We spork monsters are many. I think Porco had the day off, but you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle, so I'd say you're doing pretty alright. That tracks. Oh, hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better on TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? You know what? You could stay, but just root for the side and don't try to do anything to my food. Thank you. I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? See, the spork monster seems you have the grimoire stashed between your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh? Aha, yes, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, I was just a little spork pup back in the old country. You can tell spork monster is winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch for the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. It's kind of like that time when Monster Squad had fallen asleep during scare tactics class and when I woke up. He tosses a serious stare at Steve and he takes the hint. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck. Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. You summon extra power from deep down within yourself. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as energy forms through your body. My heart is pure, my heads are steady, my taste buds are preparing their entire lives for... Yes, Tickets, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. Name, kid. What is your name? The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure, my heads are steady, my taste buds are preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off of the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power you can do anything. Except turn back time. Which should be super useful because... while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. Don't worry, dear Tickets, you may have suffered some setbacks, but I was not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides you have earned his support. I've been watching it today, I must say. I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and throwing with the punches. True, but I can't seem to serve anything edible. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. Are you managed to make us mac and cheese? The time almost up, so you're going to need it. Yeah, I probably need a miracle at this point, Colonel. But thanks for having my support, always. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What happened to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never been my thing. I follow my heart. Oh, go tell that to the health inspector and see how that works out for you. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds the delicate white tail to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Like peanut butter and chocolate? Are you suggesting if we combine forces we can form the perfect food union? We're still talking about cooking, right? Right. I don't like how this has turned to an R-rated stream now. Time's up, students. What time expired? It's a moment everyone's been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems like we're missing some students. Pop? Clank? From off-screen you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. Hee hee hee! I'm flying! So Clank took Pop skydiving? Really? 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 It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now! You think he actually wanted to be hanging from there by himself? I don't think so. Let me guess. Did Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad. Poor sweet idiot Pop. My dear God. It looks like Pop's eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs. Can I be excused? No, I did not order anything. Jeff Bezos, stop. Yes, I think you could be excused. Sure. You kids and your pranks, I must say it's not the worst pranking in UCSAO history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks, clank? Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature word, beep, or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it's been a long semester. It's 3 freaking days, Professor Dog. 3 days. Come on. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish. I've made tender udon noodles and savory soup. You know, for miniature, that's actually looks pretty appetizing, to be honest with you. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Naruto Maki I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl? Probably. Yes, chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles, and some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl. You sure you can... You sure that's sanitary? Sublime! Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on. I'm not one of those dogs that doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. And to flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours. Well, I guess Miriam has a future in miniature cooking. Talent. Thank you. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Tickets, for helping me believe in myself. Van, you're up. And don't try to kill me like you did the other student. Whose name we don't know yet. Now describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard and an axe-hewn urchin shell topped with caviar. What the hell is that thing? Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines of a second different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? Well, a dog's got good taste. That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't that look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing a custard to slosh around. Woof, woof. Please be Joe, my cuisine. Grrr. I guess a dog can't eat Van's food. And I should be ashamed for doing that sentence. Fry Sprinkles goes all in tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He rears back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Youch! My tongue! The professor seems to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat this. It keepeth poking my tongue. I swear to God, if you kill the dog, they're going to lock you away in the cellar for the rest of your life. Disqualified. A sting turn of events. Who'd have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? I did. Dejected, Van Van does not go gentle into the night-night. Disqualified for glamour? Don't discount simplicity. I feel ashamed I had to read that. This isn't the last you've heard of me. Actually, I hear Chippendales has a job opening for you, Van Van. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know. Yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps my agitated tongue. Actually, drinking milk is only the 300 oddest thing I see in this game already. Next student, Ashley. It's time to step up. Now describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight, a light rosewater syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. Oh. Awkward. There's what it looks like. I mean, I wouldn't get it myself, but it does look appetizing. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Well, at least there's no pesky close to it, so that's an improvement. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting it to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. How is he supposed to test it without tasting it, then? Ever think that through, Ashley? I don't think you did. Don't eat the food? At a cooking school? Got toast ears or something? Tickets? I told you, it's a display piece. Ashley, I must say it's beautiful. But this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. I mean, are you really surprised? Professor Dog is having none of this. Yeah, which is why he cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it, too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating. School for the Hungry. That does not exist. Lies. Oh, you pissed him off now. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral. You're not improving things any. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You're disqualified. I bet she brought that on herself. Rage overtakes Ashley and she cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. Oh yeah, that's going to tell Professor Dog. And with that, Ashley storms out to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me, either. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders and File Cook step up together. 2 chefs? What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. Examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. It's a KFC game. What are you expecting? From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I'd seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing and completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I've never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. This may be time to run with that degree. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders has made a new menu item. This game is sponsored by KFC, who created it. I am sorry you've had to go through these infomercials. The menu item is so impressive, even the Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on. How could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete, everyone has graduated. The students return for one final assignment to get their groove on. A slow dance. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog is in the house. Ow, 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 roo. I think I could have done without that one. You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist who says he can't teach an old dog new tricks. Van and Ashley tell everyone that they committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. For one moment. Not eternity. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduations, clearly written into school bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. And you failed. Also, I guess I take back what I said about Van being a killer. I guess he is and isn't. Oh, amusing. And now that everyone is together, it's a spork monster. He has totally mellowed out. Are you going to let him say his name, or is that not ever going to be a thing? I need the answer now. Everyone, the spork monster is no more. From here out, I prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster. Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's going to do great. Yeah. I think this may be a good time to hit that commercial button. I'll see you in a good 90 minutes or 90 seconds or so. We are getting close to the end of this, folks. I thought I might be able to do something else after KFC, but it doesn't look like I will be able to. But it's fine because we're like that close to the end, I have a feeling. And once we reach it, we'll be doing something else. I think tomorrow might do a stream on something here. I'm not sure what exactly. Maybe we'll do an MLB stream. No, we'll do a out of the park baseball stream. Yeah, I think we'll try that one. And then Sunday, World School Jack, I think I'll open up with a new game that I was able to free out of a little bit ago from one DVD player, and now I got hooked up here. I just need to actually play it and everything. But hey, in case you're wondering, it does sound like we might be doing 2 streams in 2 days after this one. So definitely pay attention. When you see the tickets, free tickets, you may want to check it out. Just saying. On that note, I think we can go back to the game because it looks like we're about ready to finish this up here. Basically, yeah, looks like she's doing just fine. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such a presence? 5 guesses in the first 4 don't count. And if it doesn't begin with a C, you're dead wrong. Thank you. It's Pop. He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. I apologize. I didn't see that coming from a mile away. Walk the carpet, you see perched atop a sturdy chef's a crown? Welcome back, Pop. I know you were able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma. So we had a mail directly to your father. We thought this was the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh, now I get it. And we get a new wing of the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such. Actually, this explains everything. No, it explains everything. The music of the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clank who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I've graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing a talking thing. Yeah, where the heck did that come from? I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I'm actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? It was aliens. No. I take that back. I thought Pop actually being the son of a chancellor was one thing that explained everything. No. Aliens explains everything. What? You're just repeating yourself now. Actually, I feel like I knew it this whole time. Wait, Miriam, you knew this? Way to hold the script out on me, lady. Now that I've learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? I'm going to guess the answer is probably no. I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I've just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she has managed to surpass you in that regard. She's not wrong, and the game's not wrong. I understand, kind of. Humans are weird. Yeah, they are. Yes, we totally are weird. Our portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. And another cherry blossom tree bites the dust. Howdy, classmates. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give him a bucket of chicken. This time it's a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. I warned you this was a sponsored stream. The end? No, it's not the end. Oh, thank God. As everyone feasts on a delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Tickets? I couldn't help but wonder, was her final exam team-up purely an act of strategy carried out by two cunning chefs, or was it something more? I'm afraid I can't answer that question directly. Instead, I'd like to ask you a question of my own. May I have this do-si-do? Colonel Sanders extends his hand to you, and you feel a surge of energy jump off the tips of his fingers. I swear to God, if it turns out we're mumbling, I'm leaving the room. His hand, the hand of a master chef, so dedicated to the craft of fine cookery, so tender yet refined, so milky smooth, fingers like finely battered drumsticks, turned in flour, soaked in buttermilk, and dusted with exotic spices. But they do not reach for tongues, a knife, or even a spork. Tonight they reach for you. And I thought the Mario Lopez movie was bad. Yes, Mario Lopez once played Colonel Sanders in a movie. A short movie, but it so qualifies. And though our feet may tire of dancing, I believe that this is just the beginning of all steps together. Colonel Sanders, will you not only join me on the dance floor, but in the kitchen as my co-chef and partner in both business and in life? You gasp. Could it be? Is he really saying? Me and you together? Keep up, Tickets. Keep up. Please. Ever since I met you, my dream has changed. It's not enough to open the world's greatest chain of fried chicken restaurants. No, not even then, my life would be incomplete without you by my side. So what do you say, partner? I say, I love you, Colonel Sanders. The for real end? Wow, that was a life-changing 3 days. Overwhelmed by everything that just happened between you and Colonel Sanders, you step outside to get some air. The quad is dark and quiet. Too quiet. You start to smell something salty, potatoey, gravy. Just then, Spork Monster appears. Hi, Tickets. You had some pretty sweet dance moves back there. Why, thank you. You weren't too shabby yourself. That moonwalk you did was pretty cool. Oh, you noticed? I'm so embarrassed. Anyways, I have something to ask you. You see, life as a potato-like creature is difficult. I have no place to call home other than people's nightmares. Oh, I had no idea. I was wondering if I might be able to go home with you permanently. I'll run out and get the paper in the morning and everything. What would you say? Yes, adopt him. He is adorable. My hero. I will forever be in your debt. The end. Seriously, though, it really is this time. Yeah, we beat the game. I don't think we need any more of it. All right, folks, that was another crazy stream. I think we got done with Colonel Sanders. We can officially cross that off our list. Thank you for letting me spend a couple hours of my birthday with you. I hope you enjoyed watching this stream. Now, by the way, we're one follower away from hitting that magic 290 and are 1 and 10 subs away from reaching the highest count ever in the subs. So definitely be sure to keep mind to those two things as we go through the next couple of days. Anyway, of course, we have the sub thing happening on the 9th. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm trying to get some food takes. Be sure to pass me some sus food takes anywhere and everywhere because I'm game for them. I will try them, and hopefully it can lead to some funny moments that are clippable. Anyway, it's time to go raid somebody, I think. Let me find somebody real quick here. What can I say? We managed to get through this entire game. Twice. Locked it in. Anyway, yeah, let's go raid somebody. Give me a minute while I look. Oh, it's just me that's doing it. Okay. Interesting. I guess it allows me to raid whoever. Alright. I'm going to go with the next person I plan on raiding, so let's go ahead and do that. Since he's right now doing a supermarket simulator. I don't ever get a chance to raid this guy, so this is perfect. I guess I'll see you. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace, love, tickets. See you then.